Pepsi Watson, Crime and Justice TV, vlog, 10th of August 2019. What's happening YouTube? So a couple of days ago, PC Stuart Outten stopped a van in East London at Leighton for no insurance with a colleague, and was then stabbed multiple times and endured multiple stab injuries to the face and the neck. So this vlog, we're going to take some flowers and a card to the Royal London Hospital from Crime and Justice TV, just to show our support for PC Stuart Outten. So I'm here at the cash machine. Cash, we take £10 out. Bank balance is a bit low. It's universal credit for you. Right, so we've got some money. So we're going to get a card and some flowers. We've got a £10 budget, so hopefully get some flowers. If they're too expensive, then I'll get a rose. PC Stuart Outten's been a police officer for 10 years. It always amazes me and blows my mind, to be honest, that when you've got lunatics in the capital running around with firearms and knives and machetes and swords, these police officers run towards the danger, not away from it, towards it, whereas us normal folk will run in the other direction as fast as we can. It's just incredible. It's important to respect the police, the frontline police officers. That's something that I'm very strong on. You get a lot of negativity towards the police. There's a lot of activists on YouTube at the minute giving it to frontline police officers, showing their frustration towards issues that are important to them. But me personally, I think it's very important to respect frontline police officers. Police officers keep us safe. They're the ones who turn up at our houses when there's been a crime. They're the ones who investigate. They're the ones who bring people to justice, who need to be brought to justice. So it's important, in my opinion, to respect them. Crime and Justice TV supports the London Met, supports frontline police officers in the capital and across the country. Crime and Justice TV supports American police officers. That's not to say there's not issues, corruption, brutality and things like that, and that stuff needs to be weeded out and those people need to be held to account. But nevertheless, excuse me, thank you, we need to support officers. And many people come out of prison and claim they've turned their lives around, but in their dialogue you can still hear that entrenched pro-criminal thinking towards police officers, all that cops are the ops stuff. Yeah, cops are the ops if you're a criminal. It's important to respect authority. If you're on the wrong road, in children's homes, or on drugs, or on the street, or getting into trouble, I highly recommend starting to respect authority, because it's a very important principle in life, as a man, as a woman, as a teenager, as a child, to respect people in authority. And the more that we do that, the more smooth our life is, in my experience. I had to learn how to respect authority. I was very anti-authority because I had anger and pain in me. We find the cards. So it's about working on yourself and dealing with your anger and pain, and stop blaming everybody else and instead take a long, hard look at yourself. Rigorous self-examination is what is required to overcome a lot of pain and anger, some of which can be self-inflicted, some of which maybe not so. But the rigorous self-examination of self is what helps us to differentiate between the two. So I'm here at the cards section. Let's try and find a nice card for him. I'll show you the cards. Here we go, wishes. Oh, wishes and kisses. No, we don't want that one. Got thank you cards here. We could give him a thank you card for all his hard work as a police officer for 10 years. I think that one's quite nice. Yeah, so we've got a thank you card. £1.50, bargain. To thank PC Police Constable Stuart Outten for his hard work, dedication and commitment to the London Police Force for the 10 years that he's worked for them. So we'll write the card out. I'll do that with you in a moment, or in a little while on this vlog. So we're going to go downstairs now and get some flowers. Try and find some flowers for him within the budget. So we've got £8.50 left. You know, when I was a kid and I was in and out of prison and youth custody, the police were always chasing me. They were always arresting me, always putting handcuffs on me. Sometimes they used their batons on me, knee strikes, restraining me, handcuffs. But like I said, all self-inflicted because of the reckless lifestyle that I was living. Oh, where's these flowers? Here we go, look. These ones are nice. Look at those. Look at the colours on those. £10. That's a shame, isn't it? £10. Got roses, £2. They're quite colourful. £3. So chrysanthemum flowers, they represent optimism and happiness. So this is a no-brainer for me. I'm going to choose the chrysanthemums. So these flowers will represent hope and happiness and optimism for PC Stuart Outten's family and his future as a police officer, if he continues after he's been through treatment for the trauma that's been inflicted on him. I do like the purple and white ones, even though they're for a man. I think they're quite nice. So these are the ones I've chosen for Stuart. Chrysanthemums, white, pink and purple, to represent hope and happiness and optimism for his future. So we'll go and pay for these. And then we'll get back on the road into central London, and then off to the Royal London Hospital where he's been treated. So I'm in central London and I'm just taking a walk through Trafalgar Square. So we've got Nelson's Column here. Look at this grand statue. Nelson there at the top. So Nelson's Column was built to commemorate Admiral Horatio Nelson, who died at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805. So that's why that was built. And it was built between 1840 and 1843 at a cost of £47,000. Imagine how much that would be today. And it was around that time that this Trafalgar Square here in London was built and designed as a cultural place open to the general public. Before that, between the 14th and 17th century, Trafalgar Square served Whitehall Palace. Then it was in 1812 that architect John Nash developed the area as a cultural place to be open to the public, and it was that development and that architecture that designed Nelson's Column and the two fountains that you can see here. And then straight ahead of me you can see the National Art Gallery, and that was built at around about the same time, around about 1830, 1840, something like that. So today this art gallery, this National Art Gallery, it has around about 2,000 to 2,500 paintings in there, including paintings by Leonardo da Vinci and other famous artists. And the reason I'm showing you Trafalgar Square and all these people is because this is the history and the freedoms and all this diversity, all this freedom here that all these children and women and men from all nationalities all around the world are enjoying. This is the freedom and history that PC Stuart Outten was protecting when he fought his attacker who was attacking him with a machete. This is the freedom that PC Stuart Outten was protecting. All this diversity, all these people enjoying themselves in this great city that is London, the greatest city in the world. PC Stuart Outten is a hero. And all these so-called activists all over YouTube giving it to the police and abusing them, you know, they need to educate themselves on a lot of things, on a lot of subjects. So this is why I brought you here, just to share these thoughts with you, and just to give a big shout out to PC Stuart Outten and his family, his wife, or his partner, I think it is. I don't think he's married, I think it's his girlfriend who's got a partner. I think she's a police officer as well. I've been doing a lot of hunting on the internet, and it appears that PC Stuart Outten has been discharged from hospital, so I've had to improvise. So I'm now on my way down to Westminster Bridge, where another police officer was attacked but wasn't so lucky and was killed on Westminster Bridge. So that's where I'm going to take the flowers and the cards to the monument where PC Keith Palmer wasn't so lucky when he was attacked with a knife and died on Westminster Bridge, again protecting and defending this freedom and this diversity that you're witnessing here in Trafalgar Square, in the greatest city in the world, London. So I'm here on Westminster Bridge, city of Westminster, London. This is Westminster Bridge, where Khalid Masood drove the car, knocked all those people over, killed all those people, and he drove up here. He drove round this corner here, smashed his car into the railings, and then stabbed PC Keith Palmer multiple times with a knife and killed him. So the memorial should be just up here, and this is where we're going to leave the flowers for PC Stuart Outten. So there's PC Keith Palmer, look at that. So I've put the flowers there next to the PC Keith Palmer memorial. So these flowers are for PC Stuart Outten, the chrysanthemums, which represent hope and optimism and happiness for him and his girlfriend and his recovery and his future. So I've got the card here, thank you. So I'm going to read the card to you. It says, "Dear Stuart Outten, thank you to you, Police Constable Stuart Outten from YouTube channel Crime and Justice TV, and all my subscribers around the world. Thank you for your 10 years of service and for protecting our freedoms with your bravery and courage. You are a hero and we commend you for your service. May the angels protect you always from this moment onwards. You are in our thoughts and prayers. Lots of love from Crime and Justice TV." So you can see the card there, what I've just read out for PC Stuart Outten. So I'll pop this in here and the flowers for him. Here we go, look. So we've laid the flowers at the memorial to honour the national hero, that is PC Stuart Outten, and we're now at the bus stop waiting to go back to South London. Now, since this heinous crime was committed 3 or 4 days ago now, we've seen an explosion in the hysterical media stridence and sophism, which is the lifeblood of the dangerousness post-Sarah Payne, Jamie Bulger renaissance, which year after year after year after year continues to erode away the principles that make Great Britain great, such as the rule of law, freedom from discrimination, the right to a fair trial, individual liberty, and so on. Now, you know, we have this explosion in the media, sowing this mass hysteria, which inevitably triggers knee-jerk, counterproductive, penal populist politics from the current Tory government. The answer, the solution to this heinous crime against this heroic police constable Stuart Outten is not to build more prisons, and if you think that, then you need to go and educate yourselves. We need to punish the perpetrator, which is what the Crown Courts will do. Then we need to understand and explore in exact that order. We need to punish, understand and explore. We need to come away from the perpetrator and culpability obsessed media, the perpetrator and culpability obsessed politicians, and the perpetrator and culpability obsessed criminal justice system, because those perpetrator and culpability obsessed systems and media outlets focus so much on the perpetrator, which they are doing in this case and will continue to do in this case. Two things are missed, two very important things. Number one, the wider socio-economic potential influences that have led this man to attack this police officer, his background, issues that he had, and more importantly, the victims of crime. So we need to punish and then understand. We need to understand and explore. Modern thinkers need to understand and explore why this man did what he did. And we need to stop focusing so much on the perpetrator. He'll be dealt with by the courts, and he's got a long prison sentence coming in a high secure prison, and rightly so. But we need to focus at this time on the victim of this heinous crime, which is the heroic police constable Stuart Outten. That's where the media focus should be. That's where the focus and attention should be at this time, on the victim and his partner and his family. And I want to say something to PC Stuart Outten's partner, who's also a police officer. I would like to say to her, in my opinion, I feel that you should put a ring on his finger and ask him to marry you, because what young lady doesn't want a national hero for a husband? So that would be my suggestion to you, ma'am. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the vlog number 8 now we're on. I wish you all good health, as always, prosperity, blessings. And again, I reiterate and say again, I would like this vlog to be a message of hope and inspiration and optimism for the national hero that is PC Stuart Outten. And I want to thank you, Stuart Outten, if you're watching this, on behalf of myself, Pepsi Watson and Crime and Justice TV, and all my subscribers and supporters, not just in the UK and America, but all over the world. We thank you for your courage and bravery in protecting the freedoms that here in the UK that we, and I myself and my family and my friends, enjoy every day. And we wish you a speedy recovery back to health. And Crime and Justice TV, you and your family and your fellow officers have our full support.